Hi, welcome along to ArsenalFanTV. The draw has been made and Arsenal have drawn CSKA Moscow. Happy about that? What are you laughing about? Let me give you the full draw first for the Europa League. RB Leipzig versus Marseille. I'm glad we've avoided RB Leipzig. They're a decent team.
They're a decent side, man.
They are everyone's going on about Dortmund. Leipzig are a better team than Dortmund.
Yeah, Marseille would be quite difficult as well. They've got Dimitri Payet there as well.
Yeah, good difficult
side.
Place to go to.
And their ultras are
naughty.
Pretty naughty.
Right, so CSKAs as well. But anyway, we get to Atletico Madrid versus Sporting Lisbon.
Decent tie, that.
That is a decent tie, but you'd expect Atletico to. That was the one everybody wanted to avoid. And Lazio versus Red Bull Salzburg. So if you look at that, I'd say that's a pretty good draw for Arsenal. CSKA Moscow. What do you think?
Wow, get the chemical suits out.
I knew you'd come with some sort of joke like that.
Mate, it's like, you see the outfit we had to buy for Ostersund. Yeah. It's got to get a completely different outfit for this one.
Anti-nerve agent costume. Listen, it's all about football. It's not about politics.
Yeah, of course.
And, it's a chance for Arsenal to get through to the semi-finals. CSKA Moscow are a decent team.
A good result against Lyon, 1-3-2 out there.
That was real shock actually. They beat Lyon, and and again, you have to be conscious of the fact that they can't be mugs if they beat Lyon, because Lyon were one of the favourites to win this thing.
And the finals at their home ground,
and that's why Lyon were desperate, really taking it seriously to try and get all the way to the finals. CSKA put them out, so it's going to be difficult.
Yeah.
But when you look at the teams we could have got,
it's the best.
You've got to look on it and say that we've done, we've done all right with this.
Yeah, we have done in terms of, what we could have got. We could be sitting there now saying we got Atletico and we may as well go home. But then, everyone said that before we played Milan. So it's contrasting, because when we got drawn against Milan, everyone thought, that's it, you're out. Now we draw Moscow, everyone's talking like we're already through.
No, we're not.
We're not. I'm definitely not one of those that's doing that. I've been bitten too many times before by being overconfident, but I think the first leg's crucial. I think that if we get a good lead going into Moscow, I'm talking not 1-0 or something, like a 2-0 minimum, no away goals conceded either. I think that's the perfect result going out into Moscow. So they're an attacking side as well. So they will leave spaces, they can be got at. But we also have to be conscious that our record against Moscow is not the greatest. Our last two, wasn't it?
Do you think it's an advantage having the first game at the Emirates?
Given the location of where the second leg is, I'd rather that have been first. Yeah. And go back to the Emirates second.
It's April we're going there. It's not going to be. Not exactly going to be minus.
No,
50 or Siberia,
it's not that. It's still a long way to go.
Yeah.
It's still a bit of travelling involved and whatnot. But on the flip side of that, I look at it and say that if you're playing away second, any goal you score is effectively 2. So if we don't get it right the first time round, we know that we can rectify that in the second. It's a bit like the Milan one. If we get a great result in the first leg, do we go to Russia with what's our mindset like?
Yeah.
So it's I just want to go there with a decent lead. And
we'll have good firepower for that game, because Lacazette should be back.
Yeah.
You could probably then put Lacazette down the middle, shift Welbeck out wide on one wing and Mkhitaryan out wide on the other wing. That looks decent. You know what I mean?
It can be, but then also you've got the options of the 3 midfielders that have been doing so well with Ramsey, Wilshere and Xhaka, and then Mkhitaryan, Ozil and Lacazette. So there's a few variables there now.
Yeah.
So it's pretty obvious that we're going to be playing our full strength side from now on.
Well, listen, we've got to go for this.
Yeah.
And, and like you said, with the travelling and that, you'd say, well, it's going to be a real arse. But because we're really going for this, we'll be well prepared for it.
Yeah, I think we need to go with the same mindset that Man United did last year, which is forget the league. I don't even care if we fall out of 6th place and finish 7th or whatever. I'd just go for this. You know, ideal scenario for me, I would actually like us to fall into 7th place, win the Europa League, and then let Burnley take the Europa League place. Because I think they've had an amazing season, and it'll be just, you know, a bit of icing on the cake for them to go and get into Europe for next year. It'd be amazing for Burnley. Wouldn't Sean Dyche?
Since you turned so nice, right?
I like Burnley, man. They're a nice club. Sean Dyche, he's a nice guy. I met him at the FIFA Awards after party. We were having a little boogie together. You know what I mean? So, but like man. Do you know what? What they've done this season is very good. It is. And, you know, Pep Guardiola's going to win Manager of the Year because of what he's done at Man City. They're going to walk the league. They've virtually won it already. But for me, the Manager of the Year is Sean Dyche.
Yeah, he's done well.
He's done at Man City. So, at Burnley, sorry. So, yeah, go all out, man.
Will you be going? I mean, I see already a lot of Arsenal fans saying, I ain't going. Oh, they're scared, or well, not saying they're scared, but you know, a lot of Arsenal fans saying that they, you know, and then of course there's been we have to mention it. There's been all these issues with Russia. You know what I mean, we heard a couple of days ago that you know there was a lot of talk about England not going to the football team not going to the World Cup, although the politicians did come out and say no, they're not going to stop them from going. But you know, it's going to be on the back of some fans' minds, and then we've had the incidences with Russian fans, you know, and English fans in Marseille and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I was chatting to a guy at the game yesterday, and he's head of the Russian supporters. Arsenal supporters.
I met him before the game.
He did
a
video as well. Really nice guy, and he actually lives near CSKA, Moscow's ground. And he's saying to me, Robbie, listen, just don't listen to all the stuff you read. It's not as bad as that. He goes, he got honestly not as bad as what you read. It's not all. I said to him, I go, it does have a reputation for racism.
It does. I've watched Reggie Yates' documentary in Russia. That's
But you know what? You can be fooled by documentaries.
You can be.
You know, you could do a documentary on London and you can make it look terrible for as well. You know what I mean? So
all you have to do is walk down Tottenham.
So he's saying to me that we shouldn't be taking these things literally, right? He's going, listen, it's not as bad as I want to go. I'm looking forward to it. You?
Well, the thing is, I find out next week if I can. Everyone knows that I'm about to have my operation. I'm actually booked in for my operation 2 days before we play the second leg. And I remember mentioning to you and saying that I hope we play away first because it means that I can definitely go.
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
But it's provisionally booked. I can't really cancel it no more. The amount of times I have to think of my health. But I'm going into hospital, what day are we at now? Next Friday. Next Friday the 23rd. I'm in hospital for the pre-op and all the stuff that they do and everything else.
Book it up, man. You know they always delay all those things.
And we'll find out. So,
but now you got to listen health first, mate. 100%.
Yeah, I have to. So you know, at the end of the day, that'd be a shame
because I think that'd be a good trip. You know,
it would be, especially if I drove there. Somehow, you know me and my listen. At the end of the day, right? If there's one thing, right, is that I'm the one who's been on every single trip with you, no matter where it is. I'm not Troops. You know, I'm not. He's already bottled it. He's already said he ain't going Russia.
He's bottling it.
He's already said, but it's like I've got no problem in going to these countries and experiencing new things.
Definitely.
You know, we've already been talking and planning on going out with the World Cup and everything.
Definitely go.
And it's...
you know what? Sometimes, listen, when we was going to Belarus, lots of people told me before, Belarus is this, is that. Beautiful country. We went to Serbia.
That was the one. That was the main one where we was told beforehand.
And that was nice.
And we were walking around the town centre in Serbia.
And as I said, my friend there, he assures me that Moscow is a nice city. He goes, and honestly, he said, the trouble that you hear about, he goes, it's not as bad as that. So I'm looking forward to it. And I think this is a big opportunity for Arsenal to get through to the semi-finals.
Yeah.
And, you know, you get through to the semi-finals, you've got a chance of going all the way. So, you know, I think it could have been a lot worse this time. The two teams I wanted to avoid, which were Atletico Madrid and Leipzig, we've avoided. And And yeah, I think it's a great opportunity for Arsenal to get through to the final. Just before we go there, I just want to quickly touch on, have you seen the draw in the Champions League? City versus Liverpool.
City against Liverpool. It's,
who do you reckon will get through that?
I would go advantage Man City because they're playing at home second. I think Anfield's second leg on a Champions League night is never easy. So I think Man City got a good one with that. If you go by their league games this season, can't really take much from the one at the Etihad because I think the sending off changed the whole game and Man City ended up battering them, didn't they? But then you go to their most recent game at Anfield, Liverpool was superb.
But then Liverpool conceded 3 goals.
Yeah.
And if that was a 2-legged tie,
of course,
that'd be the away goals and that.
I just think that Man City may just have a little bit too much for them for it. And, but it's good because it's like, you know, the Battle of England again, like the old.
Do you realise, right, so one English team's going to go out, right? It could be that we get beyond there. There's only sort of 2 English teams in European competitions and we're one of them.
Amazing,
despite our season that we've been
amazing, isn't it? It's just...
Wenger's doing it again.
Don't even start none of that. But it's, you know, you look at the rest of the draw.
Amazing, isn't it?
Barcelona getting Roma. Listen, Messi A.F.C. in it. Yeah, that was always going to happen. Juventus Real Madrid, that's a tasty tie. I'd like to see Juventus go through. I'd really like to see them actually lift the Champions League.
And Bayern versus Sevilla.
And Bayern against Sevilla. I think you can pretty much say Bayern Munich are going through. Barcelona are going to go through.
I'm still jealous we're not in that, man.
I know, but do you know what? The reason why you're sitting here talking about going to Russia and stuff like that is because we're not in it. So if we get into the Champions League next season, then what we can take from this year is an experience.
Yeah.
You know.
And I've been to some nice places on this
trip. And some places that I would never have,
you
know,
been
I'd never have been to Belarus and places via Lithuania and via Ukraine and all these different places that I had to go to get there. So it's been an adventure. But and when you've spent so many years in the Champions League and every year you seem to get Bayern Munich or Barcelona, it's a break from the norm.
Yeah.
But then I was looking, do you know what? I was looking at this earlier on. Bayern Munich win the Champions League. We win the Europa League. We then play each other in the Super Cup.
Another 5-1
somewhere, without fail, they pair us two together somehow. So it's like the laws, you know, the gods up there have looked down and went, right.
Or it'll be Barcelona.
Yeah, they've gone, right. You may not have got a chance of playing each other in the Champions League, but we're going to get you two together somehow.
You haven't had your annual pasting.
You know what I mean?
These two, but it's
so you're going to get each other in the Super League. I don't know where that tie is. I know they normally.
Let's not think too far ahead for that. Trust me.
But listen, it's a good draw and it's a chance of getting in the semi-final.
Great draw. Great chance of getting through.
Shit gets real.
It's getting real. It's getting really real. What do you guys think? Leave it in the comments below. Do you think that this is a chance of Arsenal to get through to the semi-finals? Actually, we'll do a poll. You know, I like a poll, right? Poll in there. Can Arsenal get through to the semi-finals? And can this man pull it off again and win yet another trophy despite the adversity? Wenger.
Out.
We're giving you a chance to be on ArsenalFanTV and give your opinion after the game. All you got to do is WhatsApp your video and hold the camera like this. Send it straight after.